Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels Morris Mini. It's a Phil Riehlman design that debuted in the 2000 First Edition series and is based on the 1961 to 2000 era Austin and Morris Mini Cooper. This is my entry for a special video challenge that a young boy named Luke issued to Uncle Paulie at Diecast Graveyard. Right after this video goes up, you should be able to catch the next in my Fury Road series of vehicles, the Giga Horse. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. While I break down the Mini, let's get back to young Luke just for a moment. He did some smack talking, and Uncle Paulie called on some friends to join in. So here I am. Luke's got a pair, I'll tell you. He says be sure to bring a lunch because the whooping's gonna last all day. Well, Luke, I'm glad you've taken an interest in the hobby, and this one's for you. I look forward to seeing yours, too. The mainline wheels come off of the Mini, and I'll put them in a little package and off to the side because I'm not going to be reusing these today, and if you promise to stay tuned, you'll see why. I guarantee something very different is in store for you. Paint came off easily, and I always spend time on the bare metal detail with a Dremel attachment. This is a wire brush. Here I've switched the attachments to be a smaller one so I can remove some of the inside paint, and then I go through a series of Scotch-Brite pads. And that just about guarantees a really fine finish for whatever kind of paint application you plan to do. I used a jeweler's saw and expanded the engine opening, which requires a little bit of filing here just to smooth out the edges. I think this came from a surf and turf. I wanted to put a really exaggerated looking engine in the front of the Mini, and that required taking off the original engine that was molded into the plastic, and I filed that down and smoothed it out. And here's a quick dry fit just to see what that's going to be like. I want to draw your attention today to Tony's Diecast Customs. Tony is new on the scene. He participated in my recent Porsche Invitational for my channel's 2nd anniversary, so I encourage you to follow the link I left in the description and go by and get all subbed up. Tony's already been leaving comments all over the community and your uploads, so he's probably visited there. So be a pal and check him out and spread the love around a little bit. Tony, great start to your new channel, and I wish you well with that. And while you look at this futuristic detailing, I think it's time to open the doors and show you the theme.
Ed 209.
Do you remember Robocop? 1987. This is Ed 209, the Enforcement Droid, Series 209. And I thought, let's have some fun with Luke and this build, and I printed up all the parts, chopped them up, and this is what it's going to look like. Honestly, the biggest challenge was to get these balanced properly, but it stands beautifully like that. Lots of super glue, and I can tell you, resin and die-cast and super glue is a cement-like bond. That's going to be just fine. I love the primer step where everything takes on the same color, and it's your first look at how this might actually turn out. I'm really liking the way I've got it sized and scaled. So I go back into the spray booth with some silver metallic, and I'm not putting a real saturation coat on here. It's fairly light, so that even before I start weathering this, it looks a little bit worn. and I got just the exact right effect that I was going for. From the movie, Ed's brain pan here was black, so I'm following with that, and I'm really going with a monochromatic scheme here. Very little color involved in this one, so that it has this futuristic droid look to it, but some black wash beautifully brings out the depth and the shadows in all of the intricate details that the resin printer did so well. Look at all the cables and hoses and valves. I'm really pleased with this. The only trick in the reassembly part was these great big golden retriever puppy-sized feet on Ed. Made it a little tough to get in and under there, but I managed okay. Everything drops in and locks down just as it should. Like so. When I expanded the front engine opening, that meant that the post came out of the front, but I have glued the chassis to the interior and glued the engine to the die-cast, so everything is locked down here beautifully. There is no danger of that coming loose or even wobbling. When I do these cyborg builds, I like to drop a couple of gears and gizmos in there. These are not wheels, because it's never going to touch the ground there, but it's got a machine look to it, and it fills the gap that was left when the actual wheels came out. With the same silver metallic, I touch those up and they blend in perfectly. They'll get a little more black wash as well. Couple of final applications here and there. As I turn it over in my hands, I ended up painting that fan belt dark black. Couple of decals on the side. And now we can zoom in for a closer look. I like the big engine that helps drive this for power. And just exquisite detail. The 3D resin printers, guys, are coming down in price, and they're a real game changer in this hobby. So if you're shopping around, keep your eye open. I use an Elegoo Mars, and I couldn't be happier with the way it has expanded the possibilities. There's the only splash of color on the whole model. And I think it looks fantastic for an Ed 209 incorporated together with the Morris Mini. Here's the main line back in the beginning, before I even touched it. And this is the final product. Super cool, I think. It does stand, in fact, it's hard to knock over, to tell you the truth. I got exactly the right effect that I wanted. I just wanted to have some fun with Luke, have fun with the casting and the hobby. Leave a respectful comment below and tell me what you think of today's droid. We're going to call this one Luke 209. That's for you, little buddy. I hope you had fun and you'll watch all of the videos that come out today. And we're looking forward to seeing yours. Keep up with the hobby. You're welcome back to this family-friendly site anytime. It's coffee time.